Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm Paul Jasson. Thank you for joining us. It's a new year, and with every new year, of course, you've got a new month, and in this case, a new year, so we're moving forward. But a lot of changes always occur at the change of not only a month, obviously, but with a new year, there are, in some cases, many changes that occur. One of them that we just talked about here on the show is a couple of weeks ago, we had the newly elected mayor on, Don McDaniel, and then we had the outgoing mayor, Dave Scheffler, and we were able to have both of them on, so that's a big transition that's just occurring with this January 1st, a new administration taking over there. And one of the other changes that are occurring is with the Lancaster Chorale, a group that they head up and mentors, the Lancaster-Fairfield County Youth Choir, LFYC. That's probably how we'll refer to it in some cases, but that's what it is, Lancaster-Fairfield Youth Choir, LFYC. It's a pleasure to introduce on my right Ivan Smith. Ivan is a board member for many, many years with the Lancaster Chorale. I'll introduce Ivan here. He's been a regular on here. We've had him on for many different occasions on here, certainly with the Chorale, with the LFYC. But you can see there's a new face in the middle here, and I'll allow Ivan to introduce our guest. Ivan, welcome. First of all, thank you for coming.
Well, glad to be here.
And would you tell us who this young lady is we have right here?
Yes, this young lady, as you put it, is another Smith.
Another Smith.
Another Smith. The world is full of Smiths.
We're inundated with them.
Inundated with Smiths. This is Kathy Smith, and she is a teacher and musician, and a teacher of music, and a singer. She's a musician through and through.
Okay.
And has great experience with teaching kids, and is just what we need for the Lancaster-Fairfield Youth Choir.
Very good. Well, with that introduction, Kathy, welcome.
Thank you.
As the most recent and current director of the LFYC, you took over recently?
Yeah, just about a month ago.
About a month ago, okay. So now you're into that role, and you are, as Ivan indicated, a teacher. You teach in the Lancaster City Schools?
I do. I teach elementary music, so I teach kindergarten through 5th grade at Targhee Trails, Gorsuch West, and Talmadge.
You get around a little bit then.
I do.
You get around. I remember that's always kind of how it's been there. The grade school, both band directors and well, I guess you call them directors in the grade schools, and the music directors, vocal music, all kind of went. And back then, even phys ed teachers did too. Dick England, who used to be that, he went to several different schools, and I guess that's how y'all attend, huh?
We do.
All right, very good. So you're a local girl?
I am. I went to St. Mary's and St. Mark's School and graduated from Fisher Catholic.
Very good. We'll have Bit of Luck coming up here pretty soon. Something you're very familiar with, I'm sure.
Yes.
Bit of Luck for Fisher Catholic. Very good. So Ivan, let's go back to you. You are a board member of the Lancaster Chorale. Have been for many years.
Lots of years.
And you've always been the liaison as once the LFYC came about years ago. You became kind of the liaison at some point, and kind of were the person that anything that the LFYC had that they wanted to get with the chorale and vice versa kind of went through you. You've always had that role.
Yes, and there's a couple reasons for it. The previous director and the founder of Lancaster-Fairfield Youth Choir, another Kathy, by the way, Kathy Brown, had some situations in her family that she knew she had to resign and turn it over to someone. And she called me because I was president of the board of Lancaster Chorale. And I'd like to say that I did a great sales job with the board members, but the fact of the matter is, for us to take over as the administrative home was such an obvious thing that I said, board, I think we ought to do that, and it was unanimous.
What's that been, 20,
It's about
25?
20 years, yeah.
20 years ago, okay. And again, you're right, it's just a perfect marriage there. And in fact, there have been, over the years, some of the youth choir have actually at some point, back when Bob Trocchia had it, and I don't know now with Stephen Caracciolo having it, but I know there have been some people that have come from the LFYC and then grown up and done other things, but now have rejoined at some point in the chorale.
Absolutely, and you know, Lancaster Chorale is a singing organization, so it just made all kinds of sense that we have the kids. And the role of Lancaster-Fairfield Youth Choir is to teach kids to sing good music well. And the second part of that is to have a good time while they're doing it, to have fun while they're doing it. So, yeah, we get a lot of kids ready to become singers in the community, in their choirs and other organizations.
Kathy, what are the ages for, it's both boys and girls, so what are the ages for your kids?
It's open to students in grades 4 through 12, and it's kids with unchanged voices.
I was going to say, especially in boys, that's
Right.
when you get to hit that 12 mark, it probably kind of pushing it a little bit in some cases.
It's a treble choir, meaning soprano, alto ranges.
Okay.
So that's why we say unchanged voices for the boys.
Now, will it help you? And it's always, as kids get older, they graduate from your group, not high school, but they graduate from your group and move on. It probably is a help being a teacher in the system. At least you know some kids that sing of those age groups.
Exactly, and I have just recently reached out to as many teachers in the county as I could find contact information on, and if anybody out there knows more, please get a hold of me at lfycdir@gmail.com. We're recruiting right now, and we've got auditions slated for January 9th, and we need singers. So, and the teachers who see these kiddos every day are the ones who know the kids who are looking for a place to sing more. There are kids out there who just sing everywhere they go, every waking moment, and those are the kids we want. And
I've talked to Ivan over, and anybody else, whether it's been Clarence McCoy or Bob Trocchia or even Stephen when we've had him on. There once was a time, say before the chorale came about many years ago, that if you were a high school singer and you sang in high school, maybe if you went to college and sang, you could continue, but beyond that, or maybe in your church choir, but there wasn't much of a post-high school opportunity to sing. And the same with people who say we're in plays or maybe we're instrumental music. But now, for the boys and girls, this gives them a chance to, some of those kids, like you say, they love to sing 24/7 if you gave them a chance.
Yes, and we don't want to replace their school groups. We don't want to say we're better than their school groups. We want to enhance it. We want to work with what they've already got. Some of our area schools have wonderful music programs, and we just want to work with them and give the kids yet another opportunity to sing and to do their thing. So,
and that's kids too, not only in Lancaster, which is your area of expertise, but certainly anywhere in the county, whether that's Fairfield, Bern Union, Pickerington, any of those places.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm sure you've contacted anybody and all people.
Yes.
And so didn't you say you folks have a Facebook page too?
We do. So it's Lancaster-Fairfield Youth Choir, and you can find us on Facebook, and there are links there to, there's a sign-up genius right now for time slots. The audition process is really easy. The kids just come in and sing Happy Birthday, and then they'll just echo some simple vocal patterns from me, because Happy Birthday just gives us, there's an octave jump in there, and it just lets us hear if they're able to sing in tune. The only requirements for the group is that they can sing in tune and that they have a light, clear tone. So.
And what would be, assuming that it all goes well with the auditions, and again, we're just in January, we're starting a new year here in a calendar year. Would you have, 2 or 3 concerts in the course of a year?
We've got 2 slated. We have a community concert scheduled in March at Reflections Retirement Community. And then we have a larger concert in early May where we'll invite as many people, publicize that one widely, and hopefully have a large audience.
Well, we'll get you back for that and talk about that then, just see how it's going. So, Ivan, again, I know you've always been just a huge proponent of the LFYC. From just personal observations being around Ivan, I know this is something that's been very near and dear to your heart, and you're very excited that we continue under Kathy now.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And one thing that Kathy didn't mention is typically, there's a time when the LFYC kids become the guest artists of Lancaster Chorale for one of their concerts.
Yeah.
And I think that must be an awfully good experience for those kids to be with these wonderful professional singers of Lancaster Chorale, and to hear a little bit about where they can get at some point a little later in their lives.
I know that's occurred sometimes around the November-December concert at Christmas. Lots of
Right.
times Bob and Stephen would have them in, and they'd have a little mini concert on their own, sing a few songs, but then also sing, as you indicated, with the chorale. And if you were a little kid where vocal music is what you want, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting time for you, huh? You're just
It
getting into
is.
this. It's your
Yeah.
first year doing this. Looking forward to it?
I am. I'm very excited to take the reins and to build on the work that my predecessors have done with the group. I'm excited to work with kids who really want to be there and help them make beautiful music. The tenets of the group are empowerment. We want the kids to have some voice in what we're singing and what we're doing. Friendship. They're meeting people from other schools in the area, not just their own tight-knit circle, but they can build friendship with other people with common interests. And then performance. So our overall goal is to help them become music performers, music readers, and to build their skill as a musician.
Ivan, sounds like it's going to be an exciting year ahead as your liaison job. You might have some work to do here, get involved.
Yeah, I'm going to be involved.
He's the best.
One thing I would mention is that the kids also learn to sing in other languages. Recently, they have sung music in Hebrew, Spanish, German, and, English.
Oh, yeah, as a fourth language. Well, it's an exciting time. My guest is Kathy Smith. Kathy is the new director of the LFYC, the Lancaster-Fairfield Youth Choir. And on my far right is Ivan Smith, who was kind of in charge of the search committee to hunt her down and seek her out and get her in place here, and they've done that for 2024. Ivan is a board member with the Lancaster Chorale. So we had Stephen on recently to talk about the most recent Lancaster Chorale concert, so we'll have you or Stephen, since he's a little closer now, we'll talk about that as we move on. And Kathy, we'll have you back and we'll talk about the exciting times here with the LFYC. Looking forward to a great 2024.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure, thanks, Ivan. Ivan
Pleasure.
Smith, we got the Smith folks here.
Pleasure.
Ivan Smith and Kathy Smith here with us. We talked to LFYC, so fun time here at Lancaster Chorale.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield County has so many wonderful resources for those in addiction with mental health issues. There's so many great court supports to promote accountability so that there's just a positive change across the board. There's so many great interactions within all the community agencies. The Adam H. Board is wonderful at providing resources for the whole population to be able to make sure that all those barriers are met and that those needs are taken care of.
I like working in Fairfield County because it provides me the opportunity to make positive change where I live. Fairfield County has a great network for veterans to help. It makes me proud that we know we take care of our veterans here.
I'm kind of new to it. I've been here for about a year, but it's interesting because you get a little bit of everything. We're right here smack in between the big city of Columbus and Appalachia. So you get to work with all kinds of people, get to do all kinds of things. But my favorite thing about Fairfield County is the people. They are passionate, they are fun, they are engaged, and it's a great place to work.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
I want a doctor who listens to me.
From primary care to specialty medicine, we put your needs first by treating you like a person, not a number. Our primary care team will help you identify your healthcare needs and set goals for success, regardless of where you are in your wellness journey. We care for patients of all ages, with offices that are close to you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.